Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Damaralia. Now I'd like to present midterm project English phonology presentation by me, Damaralia. Next, I'd like to tell about contrasting consonant. P versus B, initial position, pat versus bat, pat, bat, pat, pat. And then final position, mop versus mop, 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 mop. And then this is a short explanation in this pair, pat versus bat, and mop versus mop. The differences is in voicing. P is voiceless and B is voice. Both consonants are bilabial plosive, meaning they are made with both lips, but we use the vocal cords. This contrast changes meaning completely. Pat means menepuk. Bat kelelawar. And then mop means alat pel. Mop, whether mop, kerumunan orang. In my first language, we usually pronounce the sounds B in the final position with P sounds. For example, the word adab, we pronounce it adab. This is the reason why we are difficult to pronounce B in the final position in English. It will be heard similarly while pronouncing between mop and mob. And then next, we have F and V. Initial position, fan, 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 fan. Final position, save, 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 save. In the word pair, save and versus save and live versus live, the differences is in voicing. F is voiceless, and then V is voice. Both sounds are made by touching the bottom lips to the upper teeth and forcing air through the small gap. The only difference is that V use the vocal cords while F does not. This voicing contrast is important for meaning. For example, safe means aman, while safe mean menyimpan or menyelamatkan. Similarly, live means daun, while live means meninggalkan. In my first language, we often pronounce both V and F as F, especially at the end of word. As a result, it's easy to say safe like safe, which changes the meaning and can cause confusion in conversation. Next, there's S and Z. Initial position are zip versus zip, 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 zip. Final position, buzz, 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 buzz. In the word pair, zip and zip or buzz and buzz, we see the differences between S and Z. Both are alveolar fricative produced by placing the tongue near the alveolar ridge and pushing air through the small space, creating friction. The sound S is voiceless, while Z is voiced. That small change affect meaning significantly. Sip mean nyeruput, like drink slowly, while zip refers to a zipper jacket. Because that does not exist in many language, it can be challenging for learners to pronounce it clearly, leading to possible confusion between similar sounding words. Next there is K and G, initial position, coat, goat, coat, goat. Final position, back, bag, back, bag. In the word coat versus goat and back versus bag, the difference is also voicing. K is voiceless and G is voice. Both are velar plosive, made at the back of mouth. of the mouth with the back of the tongue. Coat means mantel, while goat is kambing. Back means belakang. And then back means tas. In my language, we often pronounce G at the end of words as K. So we might say back, like back. This is my bag, or bag. Like this can confuse listeners when we speak English. Next, we have th and the. Initial position, think this, think this, think this. Final position, bath, 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 bath. In this pair, think versus this, and bath versus bath. The contrast lies in voicing. The is a voiceless dental fricative, while the is its voiced counterpart. Both are produced by placing the tongue between the teeth and forcing air through the gap. But the is also uses the vocal cords. This distinction is important because it changes word meanings. For example, think means berpikir, while this means ini. In the final position, bath means mandi atau bak mandi, while bath bath means mandi. Verb, kata kerja. Another example is mouth as a noun, which is pronounced mouth, and as a verb, to speak silently, which become mouth, mouth, mouth. In my first language, these two sounds may not exist, or we may replace them with T and D. As a result, we might pronounce thing like thing, or bad like bad, which changes the meaning and the effects of clarity when speaking English. Next, there is T and D. Initial position, top versus dub, top, dub, top, dub. Final position, beat, 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 beat. In the pairs, top versus dub and beat versus beat is a voiceless alveolar plosive, and D is voiced. Both sounds are made by placing the tongue against the alveolar ridge behind the upper front teeth and releasing air suddenly. The only difference is that D use vocal cord vibration, while T does not. This differences changes the meaning of words completely. For example, top means puncak, while dub is slang or less common words to serve here to contrast the voice. D. In the final position, bit means potong kecil, sedikit, or while bit means menawar. In my first language, the voicing contrast at the end of words is often not clearly distinguished, so bit and bit may sound very similar, which can cause misunderstanding. Next, we have sh and j. Ship and ship roach. Initial position, ship roach. Ship roach. Final position, wash measure. Wash measure. Wash measure. In the pair, sip versus roach and wash versus measure. The differences is voicing. Ash is voiceless, voiceless post velar fricative. And then J is voice counterpart. Both sounds are produced by pushing air through the narrow space near the roof of the mouth, just behind the alveolar ridge. The only difference is that J uses vocal cord vibration, while Sh does not. This difference is important because it changes the meaning of words. For example, shape means kapal, while rouge means makeup, merah. In final position, wash means mencuci, and measure means mengukur. In my first language, the just sound is uncommon, so sometimes I pronounce like sh, which can make word like roach, roach, and ship sound similar and guesses confusion. Next, there is L and R. Initial position, light versus right, light, right, light, right. Final position, feel, fear, feel, fear. In the pairs, light versus right and feel versus fear. The differences is in articulation. L is a lateral approximants made by letting the airflow pass around the slight touch the alveolar ridge. R is a post-alveolar approximant produced by curling or bunching the tongue near the roof of the mouth without touching it. This difference change meaning completely. For example, light means cahaya, while right means benar or kanan. And then in the final position, feel means merasakan, and fear means ketakutan. In my first language, L and R are often confused or married, especially in fast speech. So practicing these sounds clearly is very important to avoid misunderstanding. And then next, there are tongue twists. I will read it this each pair twice. A good cook could cook as much cookies as a good cook who could cook cookies. A good cook could cook as much cookies as a good cook who could cook cookies. Charming judges cheerfully jump and joke. Charming judges cheerfully jump and joke. Silly zebra shares shoes and sang soft song. Silly zebra shares shoes and sang soft songs. There is a short explanation. A good cook could cook as much cookies as a good cook who could cook cookies. Focus on the sounds. K and G both are made at the back of the mouth with the tongue touching the soft part behind the roof. K is voiceless, no voice, and G is voice with voice. The sounds change the meaning of word like cook and good. In my language, sometimes K and G are hard to tell apart. So this tongue twister helps me practice saying them clearly. The second one is charming judges cheerfully jump and joke. Jump and joke. The sentence focus on the sounds ch, ch and j. Both are made by starting with a stop or releasing air near of the roof of the mouth behind the teeth. Ch is voiceless, no voice, and charming, cheerfully, while J is voice with voice, as in judge's joke. These tongue twisters helps me tell words apart in my language. It's something hard to hear or say the differences, so practicing these sounds help me speak more clearly. The last is Silly Zebra Shares and Sings Soft Song. This tongue twister highlight the contrast between S and Z. Z, both are made by pushing air through a narrow gap near the teeth, but S is voiceless like silly, short, and soft, and Z is voiced like zebra, song. These differences help me to understand words correctly. In my first language, we often mix up S and Z. So practicing sentences like this helps me clearly pronunciation. And then that's all for my presentation. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.